see one. Uh, एक minute. It is. It has started. Uh, Hello, welcome everyone to Crick Domestic. Me myself, Kaushik Kashyap, joining with me Varun Giri Bhai and very respected person, Sir Bharat Sir from Ref Sports. And thank you, sir, for joining. And welcome to you, Crick Domestic, for the first time today. You are coming, and hopefully we will have a very good discussion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah. So welcome Varun Bhai as well. We will get straight to the point. Duleep Trophy round two, day one. Guys, another very interesting days of play. What are the key summary? Okay, let me first give a quick summary that India A and India D came against each other in one match, and another India C and India B. In India A game, India A batted first. Riyan Parag was had started the inning very well after the early wickets of Mayank Agarwal and Pratham Singh, who came in as a replacement in the squad as an opener. Riyan Parag early in the morning had a very good counter attack, and but he couldn't continue much. But later on, the wickets came. The wickets kept falling regularly, but Shank Pulani and Tanush Kotian, the Mumbai duo, made sure that they reconstruct the innings well, and Shank Mulani is still unbeaten on 88 now. Baki in the second game, the key highlight will be I think Ishan Kishan century. He was added very late in the India C squad. I heard that in Wednesday he was added in the squad, and he came in the squad, and today he straight away. Scored a century in 121 deliveries. He completed that century, and also he was coming on the back of a injury. हमको कहा गया है, as we have heard, because he missed the first round. In the first round, I think he was in the India D squad, and he was replaced by Sanju Samson, if I'm not wrong. And he played the recent Buchi Babu tournament as well. But yeah, it's a very good comeback from the Jharkhand wicketkeeper batsman, and also Baba Indrajit has a very had a good stay as well alongside Ishan Kishan, and that partnership literally took the game away from the bowling side. And we have a very interesting day two in front of us, because Ruturaj Gaikwad is still there because he got injured in the very first two deliveries he faced, and now he's still batting, and hopefully a very good day two in front of us. So the key point we would like to start with. I think the day belongs to Ishan Kishan. I think so. Bharat sir, I will go to you first. The day belongs to Ishan Kishan. Clearly, we didn't got to see the stream, but any words that how important this innings was for Ishan Kishan?
Yeah, obviously it was an important innings. I am not in Anandpur to tell you how exactly he played today, but a very important innings for him because obviously whatever has happened, not just in terms of the aforementioned injury, but in terms of contract and all that, what has happened in the last 6 8 months for him to come back and score 100. It was someone who is a little bit of what you can say is in a way, poor man's Rishabh Pant, the way he bats. Not exactly, I'm not never going to compare him to Rishabh Pant, but his base is quite similar. So it must have been a quintessential Ishan Kishan innings. Obviously, Indrajit also played well. He's someone I interviewed him earlier in the year, and he's very calm and composed on the field and off the field, and that is how I guess he plays on the field as well. Someone, even if he's on 2 runs or 50 balls, nothing seems to phase him. He may not have the greatest technique against seam bowling, or he may not have the greatest range of shots, but he's definitely someone who's a great temperament and can bat for long periods. I'm surprised that he got out for 77 because he's
Yeah.
someone who can get those really big scores. But yeah, an important innings for him. Hopefully, at some point, selectors will notice his temperament as well.
Yeah, definitely. Baba Indrajit, yes. Thank you, sir, for mentioning his name because he's such a consistent batsman. He has been scoring runs season after season, and especially I call him Mr. Duleep Trophy because right from the first innings he played in Duleep Trophy, I think the highest runs on debut in Duleep Trophy belongs to him, a double century, if I'm not wrong. Um, uh, we will see it after, but Baba Indrajit is, I think, synonymous to consistency for me at least, because we talked, Varun Bhai and me talked a lot about Baba Indrajit before as well. He had like 70 average in this tournament. Unfortunately, he was not featured in the last edition of Duleep Trophy. I don't know what was the reason, but this time again he come back with a bang, and also a very important innings in the first game as well. We cannot forget that, Bharat sir and Varun Bhai, that. The first round also, that important innings which got important 4 run lead to India D team, that was also very important inning. Varun bhai, let's come to you. बाबा इंद्रजीत मतलब क्या कर सकते हैं, और मतलब क्या करना चाहिए कि अभी टीम में जगह मिले? हाँ बिल्कुल, देर आर लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस करेंटली बिकॉज सरफराज एंड ऑल ये सब भी बहुत वेट करने के बाद आए, बट एटलीस्ट इंडिया ए टूर विच विल बी कमिंग इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, विच विल द which will be touring in Australia in the next few days before the huge Border Gavaskar Trophy. What do you think? Baba Indrajit to Australia, definitely.
हाँ देखिए, पहला मैच में उनका जो फर्स्ट इनिंग का में उन्होंने जो पारी खेली थी वो काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट था। वहाँ से उन्होंने एक तरह से मैच को बनाया था। फिर नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट इनिंग में जो बॉलर थे मानव सूथर, उन्होंने आउट करके वो मैच जिताया, तो उसमें उनका काफ़ी बड़ा एक रोल था पहला मैच को जिताने में। और यहाँ भी उन्होंने लगातार 2 अच्छी इनिंग्स खेल दी। वही है कि ये 70-80 उतना ध्यान लोग अभी नहीं देंगे। अगर यहीं शतक उन्होंने बनाया होता तो थोड़ा और ध्यान खींच पाते अपना सेलेक्टर्स का। लेकिन जैसा कि अभी काफ़ी लोग बात कर रहे हैं, मतलब हमारे करंट क्रिकेटर्स अश्विन और ये लोग, इसका भी एक फ़र्क पड़ता
जी
है। और उम्मीद करते हैं कि वो इंडिया ए से खेलते हुए दिखें। और इसके साथ मैं भरत सर को कहना चाहूँगा कि मतलब मैं आपका लगातार ट्वीट्स और आर्टिकल्स फ़ॉलो करता हूँ और काफ़ी सीखने को मिलता है उससे। मतलब तो ये काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है अभी आपसे बात करके।
जी बिल्कुल, भरत सर तो हमारे इंस्पिरेशन रहे हैं, द वे ही फॉलो द गेम, एंड वी आर ऑल लाइक अ स्टूडेंट फॉर हिम। हम हमारे लिए ग्रुप से कुछ कम नहीं है, द वे ही ऑब्जर्व द गेम, दैट इज व्हाई ही इज टुडे हियर टॉकिंग विद अस, इट्स अ ह्यूज प्रिविलेज। बाकी अभी लेट्स गो बैक टू द फर्स्ट गेम, भरत सर एंड वरुण भाई. Let's start with what happened in the morning session in the first game for India A. They lost a couple of early wickets. Vidwat Kavreppa, we will come back to him later when we will be talking about the series of pacers which are coming up. Bharat sir will shed light on this. But let's start with Riyan Parag. At number 3, Riyan Parag, the kind of approach he brought in the first round, in the first innings, especially, was he wasn't he wasn't looking to play like that. He was leaving the ball. He was defending well. His technique, he's whatever the short stay he's having, he looked comfortable, Bharat sir. But I think a long inning is due now because the way he's playing, he needs to capitalize this start, especially in this format of the game.
Yeah, I guess sometimes he has to respect the bowler as well. I guess I understand he was absolutely thrashing Arshdeep Singh, but still an international level bowler. Whatever he might be thinking about Arshdeep Singh, but still an international level bowler. So that is where I think it went against him. It was not a great delivery. It was just angled across. He could have even left it alone, but he was in that kind of zone that he just wanted to absolutely thrash it on the up, and they got out. So we obviously there is no real there was no real problem with his technique or with his stroke play against seam bowling. It was doing a little bit of the seam in the morning session, but he still was able to stroke the ball nicely and easily. So there was no real problem with his game. It just has to ensure that when he gets a start, he gets a big one. I think somewhere he's got into Rajat Patidar type of zone currently, gets into 30s, 40s, and then absolutely throws it away, gives it away, and frustrates everyone. But just, I think, a case of temperament just to convert those 30s and 40s into a big score.
जी, बिल्कुल I totally agree with that and especially in the position he's playing number 3 in this format of the game you need to see the situations and well and okay you have got the license to play aggressively in the right from the second innings in the previous round. Riyan Parag has shown this color of his but along innings is due his short stay has been very comfortable. वरुण भाई कुछ कंफर्टेबल ही लग रहा है क्योंकि कुछ दिक्कतें मतलब इतनी आई नहीं है उनको जो भी जितने भी डिलीवरीज खेले हैं एवरीथिंग हैज बीन अ सॉफ्ट डिसमिसल. वो राउंड वन में भी देखा कि हम लोगों ने ही गॉट आउट डाउन द लेग साइड एज वेल. सो व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम और व्हाट डिफरेंट कैन ही डू, व्हाट डिफरेंट रियान पराग कैन डू?
हाँ, वही है, कोई टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन जब आप ऐसे खेलेंगे तो आउट होना ही है। इसमें ऐसे इतना ज़्यादा शॉट खेलने के बाद एक आध ऐसी बॉल आएगी जो आपको आउट करेगी, अगर आप सारे बॉल को मारने जाएँगे तो। लेकिन अब देखिए, इसी से रिलेटेड मेरा एक सवाल है बस सर से कि अभी जो रिसेंट टाइम में, चलिए मैं इंग्लिश में ही पूछ लेता हूँ। In recent time, baseball has been quite in discussion, and do you think approach of batters has changed across all the teams, whether it is due to baseball or not? But we are seeing a totally different approach from every batters across the team. We are seeing unconventional batters like Sarfaraz Khan and Pant doing well in Test cricket, and with Jaiswal attacking approach, and now Ishan Kishan, but Riyan Parag like batter. So, do you think the orthodox approach of Test cricket is dying, and we will not be witnessing another Pujara, and this is the way forward? We will have more Ishan Kishan like batters, Riyan Parag like batters.
I guess it's also to do with a lot of T20 cricket as well, not just baseball. I guess T20 cricket also has kind of changed techniques a little bit. Batters are looking to take the ball well in front of the body. They're trying to clear the front leg and hit across the line. So even if when I went to my nephew's coaching, once I watched in Dubai when I was there, when I was there I watched the coaching there too, the way the young batters were trying to hit through the line, across the line. I think it's kind of changing. The techniques are kind of changing. The bat is now. When I started playing cricket or a little bit of cricket, when I started watching cricket, the bat was very much down. Now they play with this bat up method, everyone, because they want to get that leverage. So I'm not too sure it's just because of baseball. Yeah, that is also played a role in modern day batters trying to play different way in test cricket. But I guess from grassroots itself, batters try to play differently. Maybe some last year or something, I was playing here with high school boys. The first ball I bowled, the batter, the high school 9 standard boy tried to reverse scoop me. So then I understood I'm in a different era. I'm not in my era. I'm in a different era. So even from the grassroots level, I think batters are playing differently. So I think that's also a factor. Yeah, baseball has played a role in it. When you see some batters like Duckett who was struggling when he tried to defend, go and average 40 in test cricket, or someone like Brook average 55, 60 in test cricket. Others also would feel like, yeah, we can also do it. And Indian batters also have that kind of game like Rishabh Pant, as you already mentioned, or Safraz Khan. So they'll also be thinking on those lines. But I think it started from the grassroots level itself. Batters are now, young batters are trying to play differently, not like what they used to. Because someone will see AB de Villiers on TV, or even Surya Kumar Yadav nowadays, Surya Kumar Yadav are doing all kinds of things, and then it will definitely inspire youngster to play that way. And not too sure they will be inspired by Rahul Dravid or Cheteshwar Pujara in this era at least.
जी बिल्कुल, दैट्स अ वेरी ब्रीफ डिटेल, थैंक्स भरत सर. ओके, तो रियान पराग का वो अप्रोच चलिए देखते हैं व्हाट ही विल डू इन द सेकंड इनिंग्स. भरत सर एंड वरुण भाई, a very exciting player because he looks very comfortable in it or whatever deliveries he played. So hopefully a long innings as we speak is coming up very very soon. Let's move on. In that particular innings, after Riyan Parag got out, Tilak Verma also couldn't do much as he also fell cheaply in the within the next couple of overs. I think, yeah, against Saran Jain, and also uske baad Kumar Kushagra also joined, Shashwat Raut also joined. Shashwat Raut also got out against Harshit Rana, if I'm not wrong. वो edge कर गए to that delivery. So it was a very good spell. We will come back to Harshit Rana in detail again later on, but Kumar Kushagra also had a very solid start. He was looking in good control. He was scoring boundaries, good shots. A very good temperamental player from Jharkhand, a keeper batter. But I think the way he got out as well, it was a pretty soft dismissal as well, and he will be punching himself that he couldn't capitalize the start. But then comes the crisis men, as Surya Kumar has termed today, the two all-rounders from Mumbai, the spin all-rounders, Shank Mulani and Tanush Kotian comes together. But sir, Shank Mulani, the innings 88 unbeaten, still unbeaten. Tomorrow he can get to his first class century, if I'm not wrong. Tanush Kotian, yes, a very good half century again. These two guys have done this resilience fight back for their team time and time and again. What different they are doing, and especially Shams Mulani, because he was not even in the team in the first four teams which were announced in the for the first round. But he looks quite a batter. He has improved well. He has done in under 25 in CK Naidu. He has done well in Ranji Trophy, especially after COVID. We have seen this duo saving Mumbai again and again. Today also, Shams Mulani. How impressed are you from Shams Mulani? Well, sir.
Yeah, he looks like a typical Kadus Mumbai cricketer in the way he goes about things. May not look like the greatest cricketer to have played since some 1925, but he definitely has his own game, his own zone. His technique is decent. Is very decent. Who knows? He might turn into. See, one can't predict the future, but his technique looks as good as what Ravindra Jadeja's technique was. At least as good as Ravindra Jadeja's technique was some 10 years ago. So, if he keeps improving, who knows? He might take his game to some other level, especially his batting. He has the shots. His decent technique for a number seven batter. Kotian is more of a shot maker. Always tries to manufacture some room. Try to he laughed it, and his battle with Saurabh Kumar was I thought it was one of the underrated highlights of the day's play. He kept luring him with arm ball. Sometimes he was bowling 85 kilometers per hour, 85. Then the next ball he was bowling 90 kilometers per hour. He was changing his line, changing his length. And Koten was trying to hit him. Finally, he got out him, but he also succeeded in smashing him for 3 4 6. I think that's his game. Both of them are utility cricketers. If you ask me, maybe somewhere I feel Shams Mulani is ahead of Kotian at present. In how the way he approached his batting today, and also he's a pretty good left arm spinner, modern day typical left arm spinner. So he might have a decent chance. Who knows? In a year or so of cracking the code and playing for India.
Yeah, definitely. And a short question again, but sir, Manas Suthar or Shant Mulani, this battle is going to be there in the next coming years in especially Indian test setup.
Again, Sai Kishore also is there. So he said he's agreed that I can take his interview after this Duleep Trophy. Let's see what it tells. But he's also there. Someone who's very analytical mind, and he also balls quicker through there. Shams Mulani also comes from that school, and Manav Sutar comes from Saurabh Kumar type of school, in the sense that he flights it nicely. Looks to he may not have the experience of Saurabh Kumar, but he definitely is more of a flight bowler. Nice drift. I didn't see his for the first game. I'm sorry for that because obviously I was covering the match at Sinaswamy. But whatever I've seen of him before the first match, that's how he comes across. So it's going to be a nice battle, but they're not similar type of bowlers, and that is where the selectors have a kind of headache. If someone like if they want someone like Sai Kishore, then it could be on a kind of raging turner where he can come in and get a lot of LBWs, bowl a lot of straighter ones, beat the bat. Same with Shams Mulali, and if they some other wickets, who knows? Someone like Kamana Sutar might come in the equation, but again, I say I didn't see the last match, but whatever I've seen, the one thing I think Manav Sutar has to add to his game perhaps is go slightly wide of the crease, maybe slightly change his release points here or there. Do these subtle things I think he needs to add to his game, but he definitely has the basics are really good. Nice action. I don't know great deal about spin bowling compared to pace bowling, but he pivots well. He has a nice action, puts a lot of body into his action, flight and drift. So all these things he has. It will be an interesting headache for the selectors because they're not similar type of spinners. So like, let it be Sam Smulani or this Bana Sutar or Sai Kishore because they're different styles. So for different conditions, they might come in the equation. It's difficult to say who is better at present.
Definitely. I was also going to come to Saurabh Kumar as well. What a bowler! And it's very unfortunate that he hasn't played for India till now. I think Bharat sir and Varun Bhai. Uh, but I think the time is for the coming youngsters. The name we mentioned now, we are talking about Manav Suthar, the likes of Sham Punani, Sai Kishore. I think Saurabh Kumar will find himself a bit behind now. He has been with the Test squad. He has traveled with us Test squad. He has been named in Test squads a few times, but he hasn't played actually. I think he hasn't played Test cricket, right? Yeah, he hasn't played.
Oh,
हाँ, स्क्वाड में आया है वो, लेकिन खेल नहीं पाया।
three times is
G.
3 times has been the
Yeah, yeah. So that's very unfortunate too, because the kind of quality player he is, and he can bat as well. He has done really well with the bat as well. So, yeah, it's a very unfortunate that Saurabh Kumar might find himself a bit behind now in the scheme of things. But okay, we have talked about Baba Indrajit as well. Let's see. Manas Suthar is batting at the moment. Ruturaj Gaikwad is back as well. What to expect on day two? Bharat sir, वरुण भाई पहले आपसे जाते हैं क्योंकि ऋतुराज गायकवाड गॉट रिटायर्ड हर्ट अर्ली इन द इनिंग्स आई थिंक उनका कुछ एंकल का कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ आई रेड समवेयर दैट ही एंकल ट्विस्टेड while taking a run but I don't know what exactly the problem was but hopefully he will come to bat again tomorrow morning and good because it was a good surface because जितना भी हम लोग स्कोर बोर्ड से हम देख सकते हैं because that game didn't stream नहीं हुआ वो वाला गेम सो स्कोर कार्ड से हम लोग जितना दे सकते हैं दैट सरफेस सिम्ड लाइक अ बेटर वन फ्रॉम द मेन ग्राउंड इट इज द प्ले ग्राउंड बी आई थिंक ऑफ अनंतपुर जो भी रूरल उनका ट्रस्ट का ग्राउंड है उनका सो ऋतुराज गायकवाड हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट दिस इनिंग बिकॉज थोड़ा सा अभी स्कीम ऑफ थिंग से हट गए हैं बिकॉज जगह भी नहीं है यशस्वी जायसवाल शुभमन गिल आर लीडिंग द पैक्स how important will be tomorrow's morning for Ruturaj Gaikwad as a captain as well as a batter as well.
हाँ, ये बैटिंग के लिए सरफेस ज़रूर ही अच्छा है क्योंकि यहाँ देखिए सभी बैट्समैन ने कुछ ना कुछ रन्स किए हैं। 40 रन्स साई सुदर्शन और 40 प्लस रजत पाटीदार ने भी किया है। ईशान किशन जैसे वहाँ शुरू से ही उनका स्ट्राइक रेट बहुत ठीक-ठाक था और आगे लेके इनिंग्स को चलें बाबा इंद्रजीत। तो यहाँ मतलब चाहिए कि उनको स्टार्ट भी मिल गया है ऋतुराज गायकवाड को जो भी 40 के आस-पास से खेल रहे हैं तो इसे एक लंबा स्कोर करें और ये अभी अपना जगह बना भी सकते हैं क्योंकि ये लगातार अभी 4-5 नंबर पे खेलने का भी ट्राई कर रहे हैं। जो भी महाराष्ट्र का लीग या डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे मैचेस हो रहे थे वहाँ ये 4-5 अभी खुद को ट्राई किए। अभी ये थोड़ा बड़ा स्टेज है यहाँ ओपनर हैं तो कप्तान भी हैं तो ओपन ही करते दिख रहे हैं लेकिन हो सकता है ये टीम में जगह बनाने के लिए 4-5 पे खेलते हुए दिखे, खास तौर पे सैयद मुश्ताक अली में जहाँ वो कीपिंग भी करते हुए दिख जाते हैं, तो वहाँ 4-5 पे ये खेल खेल सकते हैं इस बार। और बाकी यही है कल के लिए आज सुबह तो कवेरप्पा ने बहुत 2 विकेट्स लिए, तो कवेरप्पा को लेके मुझे पूछना था कि मतलब लास्ट अगर तो his first class record has been quite impressive and in last 2 years or 2-3 years he is by far the best performer among all the pacers. So what's stopping him from advancing the next stage? Is it only his pace because his pace remains below 130 even today? when I watched 2-3 overs, he was 125, 126 ऐसे ही कर रहे थे.
Yeah, I guess his fastest ball today was 136, but he was mostly 125, 126, 130.6. Somewhere he has to frequently get it up to 136, 137. Then he might get into the squad because his tall bowler, once met him, is quite tall, gets decent bounce, is good control, mostly nips it back. Occasionally he goes wide of the crease and gets it to straighten, but I think it's only space that's stopping him because he's good nip packer. And as I said, he gets some bounce. He may not be a hit the deck bowler like Harshit Rana or Prasidh Krishna, but because of his height, he gets bounce. I think he can add pace. That's definitely can add pace. Even Chetan Sharma was talking about how his shoulder is falling. Basically, what he's saying is, I guess, what to say about that? That he's delaying, not delaying his arm. He's not delaying his arm much. That is why he's not able to create that. That this talk about better hip shoulder separation. That is why I think his pace is slightly down. It's just the same. The chest is more towards the target somewhere Kavirappa. That is why I think compared to look at Harshit Rana when his front foot contacts the front crease, when he contacts the crease, then with the braced front leg, way he delays his arm. That is why he's able to get his pace up. Kavirappa somewhere collapses, and that is why his pace is somewhere 128, 130. Definitely can add up pace. Unlike someone like Vasuki Kaushik, I guess this Kavirappa can get it up to 137, 138. For a bowler who gets bounce, 137, 138 is definitely more than enough. I think that's the only thing that is basically stopping him because he's better control than someone like Prasidh Krishna. State made the Prasidh Krishna has more potential. This guy has better control. So it is like if you combine two things, you might get a really good pace bowler.
Last year Duleep Trophy also he was bowling at same pace. So in last 1 years he has not added any.
Yeah, this is for the coach to do it. Whoever is his mentor, not just the Karnataka coach, Yara God, whoever is the mentor, it's for him to really. I think he can definitely add 6 kilometers because he has the potential to do it. It's for Kavirappa to do it. He touched one ball 136 kilometers per hour today, but he has to touch it a lot more often. That kind of pace definitely will get him into the Indian squad because they're definitely looking at bowlers who get bounce, and he gets bounce and has good control as well.
Yeah, a very good insights there on Kavrappa. I will add to that, Bharat sir, because we were going to speak on the bowlers, upcoming bowlers, the India's next pace sensations, the upcoming ones for the future. Let's start with the two guys who got into the squad now in the Indian Test squad, Akash Deep and Yash Dayal. A terrific round one, especially for Akash Deep. Yeah, the day four was the day belonged to Yash Dayal. The way he bowled some terrific match-winning spell to get that win for India B. But what different these guys are doing, especially Akashdeep, is he ready for Australia tour down under in the next couple of months? Because he is now okay. Bangladesh is there, New Zealand is there, but is he ready for that fourth or fifth pace option in the Indian Test team for Australia?
Yeah, he hits the same. That's the main thing. See, he hits the same. He comes straight from Mohammad Shami's school of fast bowling, but without his ability to get the whole ball to move contrast swing, or people call it as reverse swing. Actually, it's contrast swing. So he doesn't get the whole ball to move. But in Australian conditions, the Australian conditions, you don't need the whole ball to move. So he's someone who hits the seam because he hits the seam regularly. He will get movement of the seam with that Kookaburra ball. But the only problem perhaps is he likes to zoom the ball a lot on the stumps. He's born and bred on this Indian track. So someone who doesn't like to bowl in the channel in Australian conditions, if he's going to bowl his first change bowler somewhere coming in at 15 or 15, 20 overs, he's definitely not going to get the new ball. Unless there are lots of injuries, he's definitely not going to get the new ball. If he's going to come in after 15, 20 overs, then he has to bowl a lot more in the channel. This is something that a lot of Indian pacers do it. Even Mohammad Shami for a long period of time used to attack the stumps. Only after a while, when he went to South Africa and all, he started to bowl in the channel. Umesh Yadav had this bad habit. Whenever he would go to Sena, he would try to attack the stumps and get smashed around. I think that's his problem. That is where someone like, who knows, Harshit Rana also might come in the equation. He gets more bounce than Akashdeep. He may not hit the seam like Akashdeep, so that's one thing in Akashdeep's favor. But he's taller. He snaps his back, hits the deck hard in Australian conditions. Was someone who hits the deck hard and bowls at 140, 144. Today also bowled with good control. He was going round the wicket, shifting his angle from over to round the wicket, bowling fuller. He was showing a lot of bowling smarts as well, so he might come in the equation. I think Yash Styles, maybe I guess. So the Indian selectors are mainly looking at a left-arm bowler because they want to get some rough with a left-arm bowler coming into the equation. The main point about Yash Style is he goes round the wicket and gets a few to straighten from wide of the crease. That's something that Khalil can't do. He goes round the wicket and the ball comes into the right-handed batsman. He can't get it, somehow can't get it to straighten. I'm not too sure what is the reason. Maybe again Yash Style hits the seam a little better. After two, that could be the reason why he's able to consistently straighten off the pitch. And even KL Rahul had to bat out of his skins on the Chinnaswamy wicket, which is doing quite a bit. I was watching that display at the ground. He had to bat out of his skins, play inside the line, and he was able to get away. I think that's his strength. He can bowl long spells as well. But again, Yashtal doesn't have an in swinger. Khalil Ahmad doesn't have an in swinger. That's something that surprises me. A left arm bowler not having an in swinger from over the wicket, because that should be your staple ball, unless you're some hit the deck fast bowler, left arm fast bowler. The staple ball should be the one that comes into the right-handed batsman. So that's something that surprises me, that neither Yashtail nor Khalil Ahmad have that weapon in their armor.
Yeah,
या
definitely.
यश
हाँ हाँ
दयाल
बोलिए.
यश दयाल से रिलेटेड ही ये मतलब है कि यश दयाल को अर्शदीप सिंह के ऊपर क्यों सेलेक्ट किया गया, मतलब व्हाट मस्ट हैव बीन इन सेलेक्टर्स माइंड,
Yeah,
और
I guess.
ये डिसीजन ये क्या अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज के ध्यान में रखते हुए है कि अगर एक लेफ्ट आर्म ऑप्शन देखा जाए तो वो यश दयाल हो सकते हैं?
I guess it comes back to that he can yeah, Chinnaswamy at least shot 15, 20 overs. He came on to ball, and he was able to straighten the ball off the pitch. And whenever Ashdeep Singh balls out 15, 20 overs, is not swinging, all those full deliveries as you saw with Riyan Parag, he was absolutely smacking him. Yeah, he got out to harmless delivery, but I think that's the difference. But that was the difference. I guess they saw. The style was able to do a little more with the older ball than Arshdeep Singh in the first game. That could be the reason why he got the chance. But again, the Chinnaswamy wicket did quite a bit of the seam. I didn't see much of that Anandpur game in the first game, but here at least it did enough of the seam. So Yashdal won't get such wickets everywhere, but it definitely is a bowler who can go round the wicket from wide of the crease and get it to straighten. People might think, oh, why is this guy repeating again and again? But I tell you, it's not easy for a right-handed batter when someone from wide of the crease is able to straighten. As once Kyle Mills told me that when you use the crease and go wide of the crease, the batter starts to think the ball. Somehow the batter gets an illusion that the ball is coming near him and ends up edging. It might be not actually near your off stump, but eventually you would edge it because it creates a little bit of illusion. So I think Yash Style has that over both Khalil Ahmad and Arshdeep Singh from round the wicket.
Yeah, that's a very good one from Bharat sir, because we were expecting him to give such details on fast bowling, especially, and we were very much eager to have him for this particular reason in the show. Let's move on, guys. So the day two awaits in front of us. The last segment. After this, we will wrap it up. The players to watch out. And the reasons behind it, because one of them already discussed, Ruturaj Gaikwad. Ruturaj Gaikwad special in Anantapur, maybe tomorrow morning. But another guy who is on 3 wickets has already taken by him, Mukesh Kumar, today as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't watch the game for the obvious reason. But Mukesh Kumar, another fifer loading Bharat sir, an Indian test bowler, but now out of the squad. This fifer can, if he managed to take it to another 5 wicket haul, this fifer can change things up. What do you think?
So he again, right, is another bowler like Akash Deep who tries to imitate Mohammad Shami, but he's not Mohammad Shami. Keeps the seam very straight. Uh, all these bowlers seem to have watched Mohammad Shami and thought that yeah, we will try to bowl like him, but they're definitely not in his class. But he's again who likes to keep the seam very straight, but doesn't get that swing in the air like Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami may not be an exceptional conventional swing bowler because he looks to seam the ball, but again he gets it just enough to swing, gets it to swing in the air just enough. But Mukesh Kumar doesn't get much to swing. He gets it to seam off the pitch. So if there's any grass in the on the wicket, or there are any indentations, so the wicket is staying low, he's a really good bowler. But otherwise, he struggles a bit. Another thing that surprises me about Mukesh Kumar was in that Vizag test. He was not trying to use the crease at all. Again, I think it goes back to the point that a lot of domestic pitches these days have a lot of grass, which I don't like, and because of that, I think bowlers like Mukesh Kumar haven't developed skills like using the crease or developing old balls swing. They only look to seam the ball, hit the seam, and look to seam the ball. So that are the kind of limitations. But what he does really well, as I said, he keeps the seam very upright. So if there's anything in the wicket, a little bit, even it is not just grass, even if there is a small crack or if staying low, he will come into the equation because he'll ball stump to stump and hit the seam. Somehow in Chinnaswamy was also trying HTD bowling. Not too sure it worked for him, but he was trying it. Maybe he's trying some different things. Uh, yeah, will he go to Australia? I'm not very sure. I will take him because when you have bowlers like Harshit Rana and all, I'm not too sure I will take him to Australia. But if he gets a wicket like Cape Town wicket, like what we saw earlier in the year, he's your perfect bowler, grassy wicket. You won't have so much grass. You won't even have Harshit Rana or Prasidh Krishna, or whoever is a stall bowler. I would have rather have Mukesh Kumar because he's going to hit the seam and is going to take you going to get you a lot of wickets. I think that's his main strength. He has his limitations, but if there's a little bit in the wicket, this guy can really rip through that opponent.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe MCG, because they doesn't produce flat decks nowadays.
Yes.
MCG as well, then
Who
Perth
knows?
as well.
This would add a point. At least since the 2020-21 Gabba test, I remember 86 stadiums that had grass in test matches in Australia. So who knows?
Yep.
Bowlers like him also might come into the equation, but still unknown what kind of tracks they will prepare. But last year, last season, West Indies, when West Indies played, the Gabba seemed around. It was a day-night test, obviously, but it seemed around. They left grass. It did enough when they played at Adelaide as well. When Pakistan played at Perth, it did enough. If you go back, South Africa, Australia game, I don't have to say much because the pitch itself came under scrutiny. And when England played again due to weather, that could be a reason because there was a lot of rain during that time. That MCG pitch did a lot of the seam, and even that Hobart pitch did a lot of the seam. I've never seen so much sea movement that Hobart Test match. I've never seen so much sea movement
Yeah,
in Australia over 32
I
years of
remember.
cricket. Yeah.
Yes.
And even there, our great Chris Fox bowled rubbish away from home. But yeah, but if you give a Mukesh Kumar that type of wicket, I'm telling you, he will get 5 for 30 for you. But that's again a gamble. The Indian selectors have to think that Australian tracks will be again the same. If they're the same, I think Mukesh Kumar can definitely come in the equation in a day-night test or somewhere at MCG or tracks with grass.
Yeah,
And also
definitely.
the spirit has
Yeah,
changed, I guess. The Gabba track, the curator has changed. It was Kevin Mitchell Jr. He was the one who's preparing all those flat decks at Gabba. I think it is Sutherland or someone else. This is someone from S. His name starts from S. So I think that is why you've seen a change in conditions at Gabba.
Yeah, and so you are telling that you are going to take Harshit Rana.
See, yeah, I'm again looking at conditions where they will do a little bit in the first 20-25 overs. Uh, Expect little bit of grass first 20-25 overs and then kind of flatten out. That's what is in my mind. If that is what we are going to see, then I think India needed a tall hit the deck kind of pace bowler who can come in out 15-20 overs, hit the pitch, get a little bit bounce, do something of the same. But if the tracks are going to be like the 2-3 tracks that we have seen over last 2-3 years, then as a gamble, India can take Mukesh Kumar. That is obviously for the selectors to decide if they have some inside information that what kind of tracks that we will see in Australia. Then maybe they can take a decision.
Yeah, definitely. So on that note, from the fast bowling point of view, there is another guy. Like the headline says, the player to watch out on day two. There's another guy. I think Akib Khan will be in action tomorrow from Uttar Pradesh. This one guy is a very exciting talent. I think hardly 20-21 years old. He has been around for some time now. Bharat sir, do you have watched him? You watched him anywhere till now?
Watched a little bit on this kind of YouTube shorts. A couple of shorts I've seen, but I can't really comment on that basis. Once I watch some 5-6 overs or at least 7-8 overs when he bowls, then I think one can have a kind of perception as to what kind of bowler he is. Hopefully, we'll have a good day. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see Akib Khan as well, because I rate him highly personally, because the kind of bowlers he has been around for a while and he has been part of the NCA camps as well, and he directly getting a chance in Duleep Trophy. That means the BCCI, the coaches there in NCA has been they must be very very positive about this guy. Not that tall, but he can really do the things in both the ways. And he has played, I think, UP League. May I don't know for which team
हाँ,
he played.
यूपी
हाँ,
लीग खेल रहे थे ये।
हाँ. So, and he has been a part of, I think, Lucknow as well, as a support bowler, matlab net bowler. So this one guy, I think, let's see Akib Khan as well. He is another player to watch out, क्योंकि हाँ वैसे तो है अभी बाकी bowlers भी है अभी, शांत मुलानी का सेंचुरी भी बाकी है. Let's see if he can get it. But tomorrow, I think this guy one मतलब unknown factor जो हम लोग बोलते हैं कभी भी random एक आ जाता है. Akib Khan is that player which we are giving you to take a note for tomorrow's days of play. So on that note, I think we covered almost everything. Let's see कुछ question अगर है. I have one question for Bharat sir, from a guy from my friend. It's on Riyan Parag. We already spoke about him, but any views on his defensive technique against Pacers? Because whatever the short stay he had, he looked comfortable.
Yeah, whatever game I saw when I first saw Riyan Para compared to whatever I'm seeing now, I think he has got little more compact. See, it's technique against space bowling, seam bowling. It's not about having fancy triggers. Someone was asking me about Patum Nisanka. He doesn't have a trigger. So why are you calling him the best player against moment in that final test? I said he's the best player of moment against from Sri Lankan team. So again, we didn't have a fancy trigger, but he was just moving his back leg or back heel or sinewy part of that big toe, and that is why he was going across towards off stump. Similar with Riyan Parag today, whatever we saw, the sinewy part of that the back foot, the back toe, the big toe. He was moving it. It was poised. It was moving. The back foot was loading. Then it was pressing and releasing. That is why he was able to cover that off stump with the front foot and then able to hit it. I don't think there was any problem with his game. He was actually he was technically I don't want to say, I don't know whether I have to say this because there are a lot of Shubman Gill fans as well. But technically, today he looked better than Shubman Gill. The way he was loading and pressing and releasing, and then his front foot was covering off stump. But then obviously he got out to, as I said, the normal del rate was angled across. No need to play that kind of airy fairy drive, but he tried and got out. I think that's the only thing Riyan Parag has to improve. If you ask me, we may not be never be a number three batsman, may not have
Yeah,
the temperament for a number three batsman, but if he really works on his temperament a little more, maybe somewhere 5 6 4 5 years later, you may see him batting at number four itself. If not, definitely start at number five, and then if he improves his temperament, he has the game to play at number four. I think temperament is the only thing. His technique actually looked really good today. It's
yeah,
similar. It's about having compact technique. If you look at Joe Root, some 3 4 not 3 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, he was really struggling with that back end across movement. He had that fancy trigger moving back end across and struggling. Now, if you look at it, his trigger is still back foot, but it's a lot more compact. And that is similar. Riyan Parag is a front foot player compared to Joe Root being a back foot player. But him being a front foot player, his technique was very compact. It's not a fancy trigger, a very compact game. It was.
yeah. Definitely. Riyan Parag, I think the remaining three innings in Duleep Trophy, because I think another one round is left after this. So it will be important how he goes. Otherwise, I think for me, he is look ready. But yeah, as you said, the temperamental stuff and all this keeps to be maintained, because whom you are facing and where you are facing. So that matters as well to go ahead. But so again,
Currently,
yeah.
yeah, currently comes from Rajat Patidar's school of batting. So it's to change
Yeah,
that because otherwise you'll become another Rajat Patidar type of player.
yeah. But he has a lot of time to be precise now. Rajat Patil, yeah. Okay. But again, yeah, the we will wrap up now. Varun bhai, अगर कुछ है तो बोलिए, because tomorrow uh, some big players, some big guns will be in action. रिंकू सिंह, सरफराज खान भी हैं इंडिया बी के लिए बैटिंग करेंगे. एक रैप अप नोट पे आपके साथ हम कंक्लूजन लेते हैं. व्हाट यू वांट टू से?
हाँ, वहीं गिल को लेके मुझे पूछना था कि वो जैसे वो आउट हो रहे हैं और वहाँ अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज आगे है। ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पिछला जो 2 सीरीज हुआ है, वहाँ नंबर 3 पे पुजारा का एक काफ़ी अहम किरदार था। तो उस हिसाब से वहाँ उन्हें नंबर 3 पे काफ़ी काफ़ी टाइम हमें ऐसा होता है 10-20 ओवर बैटिंग करके भी निकालना है, रन्स ना बने फिर भी। तो उस टाइप का काम तो गिल नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन कौन से अदर बैट्समैन हैं जो ऐसे टाइम गुजार सकते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए?
जी.
One question also is there.
या सर, यू स्पीक इट. वरुण भाई को आप रिप्लाई दे दीजिए, उसके बाद वी विल टेक दैट.
I have to speak or
No, you can reply first, Varun bhai. After
okay,
that we
okay.
will come to Himanshu Chauhan.
Okay. If you want, so you can continue. Just saw a question, and that's why I said.
No, Shuman Gill, on Shuman Gill technique, considering that we are going to Australia and he is replacing someone like Kshitish Pujara. So that was the only question. What is the concern on, or is it going to be a concern for India?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Suman Gill finally, I think somewhere has to play his own game. I think that's what I would say. He will never become technically Rahul Dravid kind of player. He has to improve his technique a little bit, but he will never become a Rahul Dravid kind of player, technically perfect player. So he has to play shots. I think that's his best chance. If he has to bat at three, if he has to, he will continue to bat at three definitely. India will continue to make him bat at three, but his best chance is to come and play some shots, and that I think might help him. Yeah, they're not going to ball short like they did at the Gabba. I'm pretty sure even Mitchell Stark won't go and bang it short at Shubman Gill this time around because they know by now they know he's a good puller. They will all get the ball to nip back in, nip back in. I think the best. I go back to what once Alistair Cook said about technique. Someone asked about technique. when you're in bad form, what you can do the best. He said, go to the nets, go to nets, try to play straight as possible for the first 30 minutes, and then might really help you. Just go back to keep it simple. I think that's the simplest thing you can do. Perhaps when you're not when you're really struggling, just try to play straight for the first few minutes, and then see whether it goes right. Yeah, Shubman Gill has a technical flaw. We already talked about it. The back foot doesn't load much, and that is why his front foot is always kind of planted, and it doesn't go across. So that is why I think he's struggling to just deliveries around off stump. But in my opinion, if I'm the coach, I would tell Shubman Gill, yeah, you batted three because we have given you a long rope. You scored runs against England, but play your natural game. Don't try to think too much about technique because you're never going to become the best player in terms of technique. You are better off playing your shots. I think that's the best advice Gambhir or someone perhaps can give it to him.
Yeah, about that, Shuman Gill, I think he was in two mind in the first round. We saw, especially in the second innings, he looked completely clueless against Navdeep Saini, and obviously he got dropped as well, but he couldn't capitalize that chance as well. Uh, on that note, Navdeep Saini, another Delhi guy, a question came in from Aditya Raj, some insights on Himanshu Chauhan, and I think this will be the last question, and after this we will wrap it up. It's already 50 plus minutes.
Yes.
So some insight about Himanshu Chauhan, Bharat sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Perhaps I talked too much. That is why it went to 50 odd minutes.
No, no, no,
But
no, no. No, no. We every time cross 1 hour. Every time we cross 1 hour.
I think Himanshu Chavan, I guess somewhere I've told on Twitter itself that he someone if he finds a good biomechanist or someone like that, India can produce a hit the deck demon here, hit the deck beast like Mayank Yadav. But he's still not there. He needs a good biomechanist to get there. And that is why I praise some journalist I know was going after him. I think Paras Pambre or someone told that Mayank Yadav's childhood coach didn't do the right things. But I would humbly disagree with it because he has made him into a hit the deck beast. That is where Himanshu Chavan also can get to. He
Yeah.
can, in terms of potential, he can race past someone like Prasid Krishna. In terms of potential, at least, I know his mindset is not at all good, but in terms of potential, at least, I still rate him as India's second best hit the deck pace bowler going around. But this guy can race past him, and he can be as good as Mayank Yadav. I'm pretty sure if he had been playing somewhere in England or Australia or South Africa, they would have already converted him into a hit the deck beast. But this is India. Yeah, we have seen a lot of hit the deck pace bowlers somehow lose their way. I don't know whether the coaches understand the value of such kind of bowlers. I'm not too sure because Karthik Tyagi looked like a hit the deck pace bowler at the under 19 level. One of my Twitter friends, he also was talking about how he doesn't seem to snap his back now, and it doesn't seem like a hit the deck pace bowler anymore. That's what the Indian coaches, NCA coaches, to do. But yeah, he definitely, if he gets, if the coaches get it right, this bowler can become another Mayank Yadav type of bowler and rip through opponents. Yeah, provided he's fit enough to snap his back and ball that way because hit the deck fast bowling is not everyone's. It's not child's play. It will you will get injured a lot of times with that kind of bowling.
And Pratyush Bhai with a cheeky comment here. And Vedant Agarwal also said, Sir, aap bolo or bolo. Yeah, definitely. Because usually me and Varun Bhai always cross 1 hour. We thought that we're going to wrap it up because it might create inconvenience for you. But but the time you speak,
I'm,
we
I'm,
just
I'm
can let you know.
absolutely free, and until Women's World Cup, I'm pretty much free. Yeah, sometimes get it from my boss. Do this, do that, but there's everywhere. Our great warriors are, but otherwise, I'm pretty much free till Women's World Cup.
Yeah, and I just let me. We will wrap it up after this. That we can just hear you talk about cricket. It's absolutely beautiful to talk such because such an observer of the game like you. It's
Nothing
absolutely
like
honored.
that.
Yeah.
I don't put me on such a high pedestal. I'm not too sure I'm that good. So yeah.
Yeah, on that note, we can wrap it up. I think yeah, Varun bhai का भी थोड़ा disconnection हो गया है. Thank you, Bharat sir, for joining in. Thank you, Varun bhai as well, and thank you everyone for joining in. We will come back again very soon, and maybe in coming future, we will have Bharat sir as well again. Thank you, sir, for everything and joining us. Obviously, let's see you guys. Thanks for joining. Like it and share it and subscribe it. Day two awaits tomorrow. Duleep Trophy. Yeah, we will come live again tomorrow. So do join again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.